Hello, friends, and welcome to Guru in Your Ear. This is the podcast where we strip away the myth, the marketing fluff, and the social media shortcuts and get back to the real science, real experience, and real thinking that builds confident, successful salon professionals. If you've ever thought there has to be a better way to understand hair color than guessing, or I just want the why, not another formula screenshot, you're in the right place. Each episode, we bring you practical knowledge nuggets, real world lessons earned behind the chair, and honest conversations you won't hear anywhere else. So you can stop formulating from fear and start working with clarity, confidence, and control. Whether you're listening in the salon, in the car, or sneaking in some education between clients, our promise is simple. You will leave every episode smarter than when you pressed play. So grab your notebook, or at least open your mind, and let's get into today's conversation. Hello, my friends. I am Dennis Gebhart, and this is Guru in Your Ear. Hello, everyone, and welcome to this episode of Guru in Your Ear. Now, before we dive in today, I want to start with a confession. I love the beauty industry, but wow, do we sometimes fall for shiny objects? If someone slapped the word bond building on a bottle of dish soap tomorrow, half the industry would be foiling with it by Friday. But today, we're cutting through the smoke, the mirrors, and the marketing glitter. Today, we're talking about what hydrogen bond treatments really are, how they compare to disulfide-focused technologies we already know, and why sometimes the new miracle is really more of a nice helper. This isn't fear-based education today. This is clarity. This is truth with a smile. I'm smiling. This is science in a language your client could understand before their morning latte. So let's get into it. I want you to imagine for a moment that a single hair fiber is a little apartment building. Inside that building, we have disulfide bonds, which are the structural beams and steel framework. They hold the building up. They're strong, stubborn, and they don't care about your feelings. Then we have hydrogen bonds, the furniture, movable, flexible, and easy to rearrange, but also easy to mess up. Add water, humidity, sweat, tears from a breakup, and boom, hydrogen bonds shift instantly. Now, for decades, the treatments that focused on disulfide bonds were like construction crews that strengthen the framework. They walk in with a hard hat, clipboards, and attitude. But hydrogen bond treatments, well, I think more of them like a team of interior decorators who show up with throw pillows and mood lighting. Looks great, feels great, but don't expect them to rebuild the building. Hydrogen bonding treatments can absolutely improve the feel of the hair. They give instant gratification. It's smoother, it's softer, there's less frizz, and it has better style memory. Clients love that stuff, and they should. It's valuable. But here's the science they don't tell you in the marketing brochure. Hydrogen bonds are temporary. Break them with heat, break them with water, break them with a strong emotion. Maybe they rearrange constantly. Disulfide bonds are permanent until broken. They are chemical, covalent, strong connections. They do not break because someone walked outside and it was 73% humidity. So when a brand says we rebuild bonds, your first question should always be, which ones? If it's hydrogen bonds, great. But let's call a hug, not a proposal. Now, the client analogy that you'll never forget once you explain it to them goes like this. Picture this scenario. You lend your friend a car. They return it washed, smelling good, but the engine still knocks every time you hit 45 miles per hour. Wow, thanks, you say. But the problem wasn't the cup holders. Hydrogen bond treatments wash the car. They detail it beautifully. Disulfide focused treatments fix the actual engine. But here's the twist. Both are useful. This isn't a good guy versus a bad guy story. This is about knowing what something does and not giving it magical powers because the package has holographic lettering. Hydrogen bond systems are amazing for prep, support, cosmetic enhancement, instant client satisfaction. Disulfide bond systems are amazing for repair, strengthening, protection during chemical services, actually changing the structural integrity of the hair. Both have a place, but they're not equal. And when we understand the difference, we mix better, we formulate smarter, we prevent breakage, and we become trusted experts rather than trendy product pushers. If we want to elevate this industry, if we want clients to trust us, if we want to be the pros who stand out in a sea of social media misinformation, we must understand the science behind the services that we offer. Hydrogen bond treatments aren't bad. They're not wrong. They're not useless. They're simply not the same as strengthening the disulfide structure. And pretending they are doesn't help us, our clients, or the integrity of our profession. Truth is not the enemy of creativity. Truth is the foundation that gives creativity power. So here's your call to action, and it's a big one. Become the stylist who teaches clients, not the stylist who lets TikTok do the talking. Be the voice of clarity in an industry that desperately needs it. And the next time someone says, this treatment rebuilds your bonds, smile and ask, which ones? Because education doesn't just change services, it changes careers. So as we wrap up today's episode, I want to leave you with this reminder. Mastery doesn't come from shortcuts. Confidence doesn't come from copying. It comes from understanding. Every time you choose to learn the why instead of chasing the next trend, you're building a career that lasts, not just content that performs. If today's episode gave you clarity, challenged your thinking, or helped you see hair color a little differently, do me a favor, subscribe to Guru in Your Ear so you never miss an episode. And if you're ready to go deeper, extended education, exclusive programs, and content created specifically for professionals who want more, join our premium channel. You can also subscribe to our monthly newsletter, The Color Compass, with curated articles, insights, and updates on upcoming classes by emailing me at dgebhart@gurunation.net and simply say, I want to be on the mailing list for Color Compass, and we'll get that taken care of. I want to invite you to visit us at our website, www.gurunation.net, where you will find over 27 educational programs designed to support you at every stage of your career. And let's stay connected. Follow me on Instagram and TikTok at Real Captain Color. I want to thank you for trusting us with your education, your time, and your journey. So until next time, this is Captain Color asking you to stay curious, stay grounded, and keep doing the work that makes you undeniable. Until we see each other again, bye-bye for now.
The preceding broadcast was a production of Guru Nation, a brand neutral educational resource for salon professionals around the world.